Okay, let's build a battery. So I've done a few steps already in advance to do this. So I've got everything ready that I need to make my battery pack. So I've got my 4 batteries here. I'm making a 4S. So I have 4 batteries, and I've already attached them together. To attach them together, I just used some what is this called? Glue. And I used some glue, some kicker, put it together, made a 4-pack. So the way you have it positive and negative, and same thing on the other side, because they're going to be going in series. So I have those set up like that. So this is ready to go. I got some blue tack here just to keep it firm. I use basically these strips here, and I just cut them in half, and these go perfectly over the top like this, then to spot weld. I've already made the lead that's going to go on here. This is done. I've got my balance lead here. This one, I might have to extend these wires because I goofed up the other day making a pack. So I have this one left, so I'm going to use it today. I've made myself a little piece of paper that goes on the battery with the date I manufactured it, what kind of batteries they are, and the capacity. I have that piece of heat shrink that's going to go around it. I've got all my crimping tools here, my wire strippers. This is a piece of very thin foam, and this is gaffer tape that I put on top of it. I use that to put on the ends of the battery. So that's where I am right now. I'm just going to cut 2 pieces off. So this is really simple. Just go like this. It's got to be just rough. It doesn't have to be exact. Gonna go like that. Perfect. Right there. That right here. Perfect. Just going to cut straight through. Go like that. Because at the end, it's going to get glued on with hot glue. And then we're going to trim it to the exact size we need. So there we go. So it's a little bit bigger. There you go. So I have 2 of those. So they're going to go like this. And once I'm done with the battery, they get hot glued on the end, and I just trim it off down here. So that's for after. The wire we're using here, it's 14 gauge. You could use bigger if you want. I have 12, I have 14. You know, I've got all the different sizes. I use 14 for my battery packs. It's more than enough. These batteries are never going to see more than maybe 5-6 amps battery draw, max. You know, I'm a very easy flyer. So anyways, so let's get started. I'm excited to do this. So let's turn this little spot welder on. So my settings are, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Let's see if I can get in the frame. You're probably not gonna see it. It's gonna be an auto, 0.8 seconds, and the power 75, I think it's microseconds it's called. So anyways, we'll see. We'll go from there. Let me turn a light on here. Get some light going here. Yeah, where is it? Here we go. I don't know if that helps. It might help a little bit. Alrighty. So what I want to do, I always start with the positive. It just makes it easier on me. So I want to go positive, then you have the negative to positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 2 here together. So I'm just going to take a strip. And yeah, you can get some, let me zoom in a little bit. Hold on. Whoops, zoom out. I don't know if that helps, but anyways, we'll try that. So it's going to go across here. Now these packs have already been prepared. I had these previously in another project, and they were not welded, they were soldered on the ends. So what I did is I removed all the solder from the ends of them. I used a little file like this, just a flat file, cleaned off the ends of them, and then I used a wire brush, which is right here. It's a steel brush to clean them but you have to be careful on the positive side so you don't go right through to the, you know, to damage one of the cells. Okay, here we go. So we have that. Wish these things came with longer wire, but it is what it is. So all you do is you put one end down like this, push down, hold, take the other end and go down. Voila, one done. The other side. And that's it. There's 2 of them on there. And this hole's really tight. I'm try to yank it off. You're not going to pull that off, forget it. So we do the next one. Put it on there. 1. The next one. And 2. There we go. So the first spot welder, it's really that simple with a spot welder, and I love it. It's great. Okay, so now go from positive to negative, negative to positive, positive to negative. And then what I want to do is I want to go from here, I want to bridge these two here, from negative to positive. Because I'm going to end up here then with my 2 wires. So I got to bridge these 2 together. You just want to go in a flow. So imagine it being like a hot dog string here. And just to show you, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if it goes in the camera. Here, if you guys want to pause it there, take a picture of that. That's for a forest light bulb, how to set up, and that's my little diagram I made. So we have that. All right, perfect, beautiful. So now let's go next one. Let's solder up this one. Put this down. I'm gonna go here, spot weld that there. That one's done. That one's done. Put an extra one. That one's done. Ouch, that's hot. That's done. That's done. Perfect. So, as you can see, we started here, positive to negative, and negative. Oh no, here. So we start here. Sorry, confuse you guys. I started here, so this is the beginning of my chain. So it's positive to negative, negative to positive, positive to negative, negative to positive. Then we're gonna go down here. It's gonna be my negative to my positive. So I gotta put these 2 together. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna put these last 2 together. Then before we go any further, we're gonna check the pack voltage, make sure it actually adds up, that there's no shorts or anything. So we're gonna go here. You have to watch these probes, the ends get hot, so you have to be careful when you grab them. There's a lot of, I don't know how many amps is going through this sucker, but not to create a spark. And give it an extra shot here. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now they're all tabbed together. Now there's 2 left here on the end, and this is where my terminals are going to connect to. So what we want to do, I get my multimeter. A second. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Hold on. I never use a stand on this thing. It's gonna be the first time. Can you guys see that? Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, there. Now you can see it in the multimeter. Okay, so what I want to do is check the pack voltage. So it's going to be my positive, my negative. There you go, 16 volts. So it is working. So far, so good. That's a good sign. So what we want to do now, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so now that that part is done, we can get rid of the spot welder. I don't need anymore. We're just going to turn it off. Okay, it's off. Plug it. There we go. Oh shit, no, I need it still. I'm doing this live, guys, so it's, I got 2 more spots I want to do. Try it again. Okay, it's on. So what I want to do now is the end, because I don't want to just solder on the ends here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tab on them. I'm going to solder one of these things on it. That way my connections are going to be down here off to the side like that, and they're going to be out of the way. All right. So what we're going to do is go here, put a tab on here. Well, that's hot. Yeah, I gotta use this hand. Hold on, sorry. I'm gonna put this one here on this side. And there's no editing involved in this, so you guys are seeing real time what I'm doing right now. Okay, here we go. Like that I want it. And I'm just gonna give it a quick spot weld right there. And you wanna push down on this when you're doing it. There we go. That's one. Put that out of the way. And grab another one of these tabs. And this is going to be the positive. And you'll understand what I'm doing when you see it, when you see what I'm going to do. Give me a second. That made sense what I just said, didn't it? Ah, crap, I missed. There we go. Gotcha. I think that should be good. I'm going to give them a quick tug just to be sure. Yeah, that's tight. All right. So we have our positive and negative tabs here. Now we can get rid of the spot welder. All right. Let's give it another test with the multimeter. Yeah, we're 16 volts. We're good. So now this is what I do. I do the next step here is, this is going to be my positives on this side. So you'll see here my positives here, my negatives here. Let's go here. This is probably a really bad angle for you guys, but let me see here. Can I get this a little better for you? There we go. I don't know if that helps. Should put the camera on the other side, but I can't. It doesn't fit here. And I can't solder. Actually, can I solder this way? Yeah, you know, I can solder it this way. Okay, so now what my plan on is to put this like this on here. But I want to put my balance tabs on it also. So for balance tabs, you want the first one, which is the positive, and the last one, which is the negative. They always go on the end here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, we're gonna trim it. I'm sure there's guys out there that are way better at this than I am. I'm just doing it the way I always do it. You want to clean your soldering gun, get it nice and clean. Put some solder on the end. Pre-tin your wire. Now, what's nice about putting the solder on these tabs is you're not actually heating the cell. So this works really great. So I'm going to take my last wire here, which is going to be the 12 volt one. You're going to put on here. On here, you're going to take the positive, put it on here. Okay, so now I want to do these ones also. My hands are a little shaky today. I got nothing to rest them on. I'll put some more solder on here. Okay, so now I've already pre-tinned these, but I'm going to put some more solder on. I like to have a lot of solder on when I do this. You know, I'm going to zoom out some more so you guys can see more. You have that in picture? Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just tinning these wires here. Try not to breathe this crap, and it's really not good for you. Okay, so that's done. So you always want to double check. So I'm at the bottom. Well, here that's my negative, so negative. So you know you want to make sure you're putting the right thing to the right. So you just want to put another dab of solder on here. Put a negative, push down on it. Oh, that's hot. Son of a bitch. I'm really suck at this sometimes. Put some more solder. Okay, we're gonna use, where do I have them? Hold on, give me a second. Alright. Little pair of pliers here. This will make things, because these wires get really hot. I'll get some more solder on here. A nice blob makes a good contact. There we go, now we're talking. Be careful not to bridge these two together, because you're going to have a bit of a problem there, my friend. Same thing on this side. Grab your positive terminal. You're going to go right on here. See, my balance lead just popped off. What I do is just go here quick, tab it on. Because this thing gets really, really freaking hot. Hold on. So what I want to try to do, don't bridge these two. Hang on. Ah, come on. Let me put the battery more this way. I got a better angle on it. There we go, like this. That's much better. You want to have a place to rest your hand or solder. I think I got it. Give it a quick tug. Yeah, everything's tight now. So what I want to do is to protect these so they don't short out. Is double check, make sure I got the correct polarity. So you want to put negative, positive. Yep, it's good. So what I usually do is I take a piece of heat shrink. I take a piece of heat shrink and just slide it over the end. This is all going to be underneath anyway. You won't even see this. So we have that. Take a heat gun. So I don't need more. There we go. There you go. Now, you're all set. You don't have to worry about it touching or bridging together and causing a short. So that part is done. So now we're going to start doing the balance leads. Okay. So this is where I might have to add some pieces of wire here because I cut these suckers short, which was kind of stupid. That's my own fault. And so I'm going to have to need a piece of wire. I'm going to take this one. We'll just extend the wires. It's no big deal. It takes 2 seconds. Actually, use a heavier gauge. There we go. Sorry about the noise. A second. This one is what? I think this one's a thicker one. Yeah, this one's a thicker one. We'll use this one. Okay, so here's my little diagram here. So cell number 1. This is going to be cell number 1, which is the positive. So what you want to do is you want to connect the first balance lead, which is this one here. Okay, cell number 1 here. So the first one's here is to cell number 1. Number 2, you're going to connect it on the negative side. See it here? It shows the jumper on the negative side. So what you're going to do is you're going to run it through here, number 2, underneath, and you're going to connect it on this place right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take number 2. Let's snip this. Trim that off. Trim that off. We're going to need a little piece of heat shrink. I like having my wires the proper length. Yeah, this should do it. A little piece like this will do it. You don't need much. At least you're reusing your stuff. Because I was going to throw this connector out, but I said, you know what the hell, I can still reuse it. I'm going to go like this. This is going to be one long ass video, guys, so you want to skip to the end, you can, you know, don't let me keep you here. Solder that up. There we go. Done. Now, I usually use my heat gun to melt this, but what you can do, clean your soldering gun, just take your soldering gun and run it along. There you go. But you got to keep it moving. Make sure if there's anything on there, it's gone. Perfect, we're good. So that's off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to measure quickly. Goes to here and then about there. Trip the end off. Done. We're going to just tin this. Perfect. So now we said it's going to be on the bottom of cell number 1. The bottom of cell number 1 is this one right here. So we're going to go here. Might as well tin them both while we're there, because we're going to have to do them both anyway. And I just go right in the middle. You want to move your soldering gun quickly. So you want to take that wire. What I do is I'll take it. I'm going to stick it right down the middle. Keep it nice and clean. And my cell number 1 is this one, so we're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. There you go. Done. Pull it tight. There you go. Cell number 1 is done. Now, the next one. I keep these all in order. Okay, so cell number 3. So yeah, we did the first one, which is here. We want to do the second one. So we've got 1, which is the bottom of this one. Then it comes up. Hang on a second. Let's do this properly. If number 1 goes to here, flows up, it comes up here. So my second one, my next connection is going to be here. It's going to be on this one. So we have the third one, which is going to go right to there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that one to length. There we go. We have a cut to length. Pre-tin it. Perfect. And you're going to just put a dab here. That's all it needs. It just needs a dab. And you're going to put the wire here. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the last one obviously is going to go through to my last cell right down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off. And then we're going to do some checks, my friend. We're going to make sure we did not mess this up. Okay, we have that. Piece of wire. Yeah, I like playing with wiring stuff. This is great. It's a great hobby. I've been doing this for a long, long time. I'm not an expert at it, but I think I'm okay. And you just solder that up. Okay, put the heat shrink. Keep it moving. There you go. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to measure now. You want it to come through. And just give it a bit of slack. So if you mess up, you have some extra wire. There you go. And get rid of this wire. Yeah, buy yourself some boxes of wiring like this. Amazon, different gauges. I got different gauges. Or it's always good to have. You're always gonna need a bit. There we go. Tin that. You want it to be as clean and neat and efficient as you can. You'll try to think ahead when you're doing it. Okay, last one. We're gonna connect it here. That's it. Last one's done. So now there's no way I am sticking this in a charger right now without testing it first. We want to be sure that it actually works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the balance lead, we're gonna plug it into my cell checker. It should come on. Yeah, put to lithium. We're gonna go cell number 1. 6.59. See, we have an issue. I did something wrong. It's not reading properly. Okay, what did I do wrong? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the multimeter and we're gonna check each one of these connectors. I reversed something. I put one on one of the wrong cells. So the first one here, I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna start with the ground because the ground's gonna go this way. So cell number 1. See, I'm getting 12 volts on those two. I'm getting 16. So I did something wrong here. So I did something wrong on my cell connections. That's what happens when you film. So let's double check what I did wrong. Okay, this one goes to the 12 volts. This goes to the last one, so I should have 16. The next one should go in the bottom of cell number 1. See what I did there? I bridged them both to the same one. And that's why we check. Huh. Incredible. Now, is this my, which one is this? Yeah, this is my last one. So my last one needs to go to here. And that's why we check. If I put this on a charger, this could have been a big problem. So here we go, we plug it in. Does it work? 4.09, 4.09, 4.09, 4.09. So far, so good. So it's reading all the cells. Now what we want to do is you want to make sure you have them in the proper order. Let's stick it back here. You're going to take your multimeter. Can you guys see the multimeter? Let me zoom out for you. Oops, zoom in. Zoom out. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. Okay, so what you do is you take a multimeter, and on each one of these balance plugs, you're going to start. The first one here is going to be the negative. You touch the first 2 pins, 4.06, and it should add up. That's 8 volts. Should be 12 volts and 16 volts. So right now, this pack is perfect. This pack is ready to go. So what we're going to do is just going to move the multimeter out of the way. I'm not going to need this again. We have that. So basically, this pack is done. So now I want to do a few things that I want to do. Let me plug this in. Come on. Don't mind me, I suck at singing. Okay, so now I just plugged in my heat gun. Not my heat gun, but my what's it called again? Hot glue gun. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to put my identifier on, what kind of battery pack it is. I'd like to put it right like that, so it hides all those connections. So what I do is I'm going to take a piece of tape, just fold it over, put it right here, and this gets put right there. Once the heat shrink goes on, it's going to cover all that. So that part's done. Now my next step, I'm just waiting for my glue gun to get warm. So while it's doing that, we're just going to take care of the soldering iron. You want to clean off the tip. You want to pre-tin it before you store it. There you go. Just leave it like that, and you put it away. That's it. Turn it off, let it cool off, and that protects the ends. Get rid of all that. Okay, also, when you're making XT60 connectors, what I did is I made myself one of these, and you plug your XT60 in the end, you stick it on here, and then you can solder it, and this helps dissipate the heat so you don't melt the end of the XT60. It works fantastic. I've got all sorts of different ones I could use here and there to make different adapters and stuff. So it comes in very, very handy. All right, we have that, I can get all this stuff here, you know. What you want to do is you want to get yourself, let's talk a little bit about tools while we're waiting for this glue gun to heat up. You want to get yourself a few different tools that you're going to need. Hold on. All right, put this on the side. For one thing, you're going to need these strips. Some hardware. You're You get yourself a bunch of these strips. They're super cheap. You can get them on Amazon. I just buy like, I think I bought like 400 or 500 of them. Go online, download a diagram like this. Shows you, hang on, let me zoom out a little bit more. Okay, you want to get yourself some diagrams of how to do the different cells. I have for 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. I keep them all here. Tool wise, you're gonna need some small tools like this. You're gonna want to get maybe some wire strippers like this. I just recently purchased these. These work really, really well. I'm impressed. I'm glad I bought them. I've never used anything like that before. We have that. You want to get yourself a solder sucker. This comes in very handy. Hold on. Different lengths of wire. Take a look. You can find this on Amazon. I buy these just on Amazon. You get yourself a you get yourself some glues. Any kind of glue. I have this. I have the Zap. With the Zap Kicker, I use these. You want to get yourself some heat shrink. I use this, and I have other heat shrink also, which got the glue on the inside, which I use when I use it in an application where there's water involved. So I use it for that. Let me see if I could turn the camera. Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys some stuff. Okay. The soldering station. I gotta say, let me move the camera up a little higher. Sorry about this. Here you go. Okay, so we have the soldering station here. This is a Weller WES 51. I've had this thing probably 20 years now, and it's amazing. It's a workhorse. I've got myself a power supply here. I've also got myself another power supply here. And this is when I'm charging batteries or doing like delicate stuff that needs very precise voltage. I use that. I made myself an LED work light here, which works when I turn this off. You see how dark it gets? Makes a difference. Sorry, I'm using another video light here, so help filming for today. You want to get yourself a cell meter, something like this, so you can check your cells, make sure they're in proper order and everything's going good. Some good solder. 60 foot. I think this is 6040 if I remember. I think it's 60. It's 1 millimeter. I use 1 millimeter solder. Also, different kinds of heat shrinks. This is the large one I use for my batteries. I have smaller ones that I use for different projects. They're all clear, so I can see what's underneath. A little piece of sandpaper. This comes in very handy. A file, wire brush, all these little things. Anyways, I think the glue gun should be good. Let's move this back. So we're gonna move this down. Okay, guys, hold on. Is this good? A little higher. Yeah, that should be good like that. Okay, so now, hot glue. So all I do is I add a couple of drops of hot glue on the end. 1, 2. Doesn't take much. Little dab will do you. Put this on top. That's it. Now this one's going to be a little tiny bit more interesting because I want to make it fit, but there's no way for me to get it around that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this. Go like that. That should fit now. Yeah, see, it fits. So what we're going to do is put a couple of dabs of glue. People might think I'm a hacker. I don't give a shit. Don't care. Do what works for you. There you go, done. Get rid of the glue gun. We'll finish with that. Yeah, get yourself a glue gun and a heat gun. They're lifesavers. Now what I do is that I have this here. I just cut off the ends. There we go, done. Same thing here. That's done. That's as simple as that. The heat shrink tubing. Take some of that fluff off, make it look nice. There we go, got it on. Want to slide it on, get that past there. Okay, so now, you always want to make it go maybe a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch more. I'm about a 1/2 inch right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat shrink this sucker. Okay, just apply some heat. I just use it on low, I don't go high, you don't need high. You want to shrink it evenly. Now this shrink tube gets very pliable when it's hot. And you can just put it down, put down the ends like this. There you go, close the end, you know, heat up the other end. There you go, you want to push down the ends. Ouch, that's hot. There you go, and there you go, my friends. That is how you make a 18650 hack. It works with the 21700, same thing. The leads are long enough that they go on the other side. Your balance leads, you don't need them long, but I usually make them about 2-3 inches long, like that. Now just double check, see if it works before we do anything else, because we can still fix it at this point. Plug it in. Can you see that? Let me zoom you in. All right, where's the camera? Okay, so now we're gonna go to lithium. 4.09, 4.09, 4.09, 4.09, and then we're going to check the pack difference. We're at 0.006, which is really good. And that's it. So we're all set, my friends. You've now made yourself a 18650 4S 2200 milliamp battery pack. I could charge it at a higher amperage than this, but I like to take care of my packs. I like to have them last a long time, so I charge them very slow rate. And that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on the charger itself. And that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it, because right now it's a little higher than storage rate. So I'm going to put it down to a storage rate until I actually need it to go fly. And I will also add a piece of Velcro on the back here. So I put it in my plane. It's going to sit there. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. This has been a really, really long video. And I hope it's helped. If it hasn't, well, my friends, there's other guys out there that do them better. So that's just the way I do it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Take care now. Bye.